Hello everyone, I welcome you to Astro Science, and today I am here to produce the 9000 astrology. Yes, this is the house which deals with luck, fortune. That is the reason back in the days it was called as the Bhagyasthan of the horoscope. This house deals with religion, religious rituals, customs, religious pursuits. Means someone has gone through a long journey to some religious place, any temple, church or mosque can be seen through the ninth house. Our spiritual goals, God, our view towards the God and dharma and religion can be seen through the ninth house. Our belief system, higher intelligence and spirituality can be seen through the ninth house. And when we talk about the luck and fortune, then every one of us has the ninth house in our horoscope. But how fortunate are we can be seen through our ourselves, because suppose it may happen that we have little amount of thing, but still we may feel fortunate about that. We may think that we don't deserve it, but still God has given us so many things. Means we can feel it as a gift of God. That is the luck and fortune I'm talking about. Luck and fortune does not mean that I have crores of rupees, I have 10 bungalows or something like that. That is not connected with the ninth house, because ninth house does not deals with all these things. Ninth house here simply deals with the blessings of God. Means the blessings which is needed for each and every step of our life. It may happen that sometimes we gain something very easily without simple effort. Means we don't have to work hard more, but still we are getting the things on time. That can be seen as the blessings of God. That is the reason ninth house is dealt with father and guru, because when we talk about father and guru, that is the blessings of God which we get. The teachings of father and guru, the path which is laid down by them, and if we walk through that path, that is the actual blessing in our life, because they always want good for us. That is the actual fortune and luck I'm talking about, because that belief system, that higher intelligence will always help us in every course of our life, because the gain of the ninth house is the 10th house. The same belief system, the same education and the same knowledge which we get from the guru and the father will be helpful in the 10th house of karma. That is the career, profession and overall karma I am talking about. That is the 10th house. So that is the reason 9th house is concerned with the luck and fortune. Because if we talk about the wealth, if we talk about the peace, if we talk about the happiness, then it has nothing to do with the 9th house. But 9th house has everything to do with the God, religious rituals. That is the reason some people become very happy and they get pleasure through the long journeys when they go visit, and like somebody will say that I have gone to such and such temple, I have gone to such and such religious place, and I have got the mental peace and happiness. That is through the ninth house, because that is the blessing of God. Higher studies means if 5th house is the graduation degree, then 5th from the 5th is the 9th house. That is the reason it is the post graduation degree. It is the PhD degree I am talking about. Means somebody is pursuing the PhD or doctorate degree. That can be seen through the 9th house. Whether he or she will be able to complete it or not on time, that can be seen through the 9th house. Our view towards our father, our view towards our guru, or our views towards the dharma or the righteous path can be seen through the 9th house. See, dharma is a particularly personal thing. Means somebody's dharma can be something else, somebody else's dharma can be something else. Means dharma should not collide with each other. So that can be seen through the 9th house. It is a personal perspective. So if the personal perspective is on the right path, then it will give good result, and if it is in the wrong path, then it is a wrong result. That is the reason if we see the chart of Adolf Hitler, then we will see that he had Rahu in the 9th house, and he had a different perspective towards the different religions. Like he had a different perspective towards the Jews, and we all know that what he did with the Jews. So that is the perspective of the people that can be aroused through the 9th house and the composition of the planets in the 9th house. It is very important to understand that how we behave in the society, how we love people, and how we attach with the belief system of others. Means if we have a very firm belief, good belief I am talking about, then it will also allow us to go forward in a perfect righteous path. Otherwise, what will happen? Whatever belief system we have, it may be wrong, it may be a wrong belief, and that wrong belief will be allowing us to go in a wrong path, doing the wrong deeds. Because 10th house is again second from the 9th house I'm talking about. So if we have a wrong belief system, so the wrong belief system can lead us to the wrong karma, and ultimately we'll get the result from Saturn. So it is very essential to understand that why 9th house is the highest of the Dharma Trikona house, because it basically tells about our dharma. Means anything, means if I am talking about that somebody is neglecting their parents, it may happen that such and such person has a very good composition of the 9th house, but if he or she is neglecting the parents, then what will happen? Ultimately he or she is moving out of the path of dharma. Then the consequences will be followed in this life or maybe the next life to come. So that is can be seen through the 9th house, that what form belief system we have in our life, that can be seen through the 9th house. The nature of father, the nature of guru, whatever teachings we are getting, means do we really feel fortunate in our life? Do we really feel the blessings of our life? Means it may happen that sometimes we are going through the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita or the Bible or the Quran, somebody whatever you may like, that can be seen through the 9th house. Because when you go through that, we get the light, we get the positive perspective in our life, that may take us to the in a better way to follow the life in our in the course of our life. So what happens that whenever we fall in a darkness, it allows us to give the divine blessings of God. That is the reason when we talk about the 9th house, just before the 9th house is the 8th house. Now 8th house I discussed before also, that 8th house was the dark world. It is the dark hole basically, means where there is no light, means it is the hidden place. So suppose you are stuck in a place where it is completely dark and you don't have, if suppose you don't have even a matchstick to light your path, so you are trying everything to come out of it, but you can't. So a time will come when you will take the last resort, what we say, you will take the path of God. That is the reason 8th house is also known as Moksha Trikona, because it actually leads us to the spirituality. So when we talk about when we think about God without any interruption, so what happens? The divine blessing of God takes us away from the dark world of 8th house and shows us the divine light of the 9th house. That is the actual work of Guru actually. That is the reason a person who respects the Guru, who respects the Father, who respects the teachings of Guru and Father, always have a beautiful perspective in their life, always get the divine light of the God, because that is the actual blessings of God in our life. In our school, college, whatever we learn, and ultimately what we become, that is the 9th house, because here our higher belief system is strengthened, what we believe. Now different planets, when they sit in the 9th house, will have a different flavor, will add a different flavor and different texture to the 9th house. Means malefics will do in a different, work in a different way, benefics will work in a different way. So let us talk about the different planets when they come to the 9th house and how they work. Suppose Sun comes into the 9th house. Sun, wherever it sits, it illuminates the place. So if Sun sits in the 9th house, and I must say Sun is one of the significator of the 9th house, because Sun represents our father and 9th house also deals with father. Therefore Sun is also the significator of the 9th house. So when Sun sits in the 9th house, it signifies that our soul, because Sun is the soul, our soul is directly attached with the father or the Guru. It means such type of person will always follow the beliefs through the father or through the Guru. Means the Guru or the father will be the main reason to make the belief system of the native. Here the father can be the Guru for the native. It can signify, or it can also signify that the father is a very famous personality in the spiritual arena. The native can itself has a very ethical path, the can follow a very righteous path, can be very famous in this spiritual arena. And since sun is the significator of the ninth house, and we all know that whenever the significator sits in the house which it significates, it basically destroys the signification of the house. So here what it may happen, it may happen that the native can have ego battles with the father, because sun also represents our ego and self-esteem. It may happen that the native may feel that whatever the father knows, the same thing I also know, because the belief system is also growing time by time. So a time will come when the native will feel arrogant, ignorant and egoistic, and the ego battle will go on with the father and the native. It may happen. Now suppose moon comes into the ninth house. Again, moon is the mind. It is a very good placement, just like sun. It is also a very good placement that moon is coming into the ninth house. What happens? The mind, the thinking and the imagination is completely into the religious and the religion and the religious rituals and customs. Such persons are normally very intelligent, have higher intellect in their nature, very wisdom, having very wise, and such type of person can be very good in teaching skills also. They can be professors and teachers and can have a mathematical abilities. Since moon will be aspecting the third house, such type of person can be very good writers, and very good publishing qualities can also be seen through that. But since our mind is in the spiritual and the religious activities, more into that, so what happens? Second house is 6 from the ninth house. So what happens? The family may be the obstruction for the taking off of the religious activities. And it can also happen that second house is also 8 places. That 9 house is also 8 places from the second house. That means it may also simplify that when we give more our mind and imagination and thinking towards the religious activities, we are not able to protect and safeguard our wealth, because we will not think about wealth now. We will think more of the religious and the spiritual and the godly matters. Similarly, the same thing happens with the fourth house also. Now fourth house is 8 house away from the ninth house, and ninth house is 6th house away from the fourth house. So here the significance of the fourth house, that is the peace of mind and the happiness what we talk about, the material happiness also suffers. Because when we think more of God, we have nothing to do with the luxuries, comforts and the materialistic happinesses. We don't have nothing to do with that. So it suffers. So it is very essential to understand that how we balance the things in our life. Yes, of course, whatever we like we will do, but it is essential that how much we balance the thing, and how much time and how much thinking and imagination we spend on something, because everything is essential in our life. So moon here can create this type of problems. Otherwise moon here is very good. Not only that, ninth house also symbolizes the long journey. Means journey means specifically water voyages. So moon here can symbolize the long journey. The person can have religious pursuits, can have water voyages, because they will love it. Moon is a very fast moving planet, and it can also attach with water and liquids. So it can symbolize the long journey over the water, that is water voyages. That can also be seen through it. Let us talk about Mars. Mars is a soldier. Mars has nothing to do with dharma and something like that. But here, since the original ninth house is Sagittarius, owned by Jupiter, and Mars is the friend of Jupiter, so when Mars comes into the ninth house, normally it does good. Here Mars is basically a action oriented soldier, means the Mars will break down all the old and orthodox rules and laws. Basically he is a reformer here, because ninth house also deals with philosophy, law. Means I am talking about higher philosophy, means the beliefs which actually makes the whole world work, the structure of the society, that can be seen through the ninth house. So here Mars will actually break down all the orthodox rules. It will try to make the new rules which is better for the society, because he is the soldier. He is normally taking the order from the king and following it. That can be seen through the Mars here, because here Mars is very in a good position, then it can also show that the person is very royal in nature, very famous, very action oriented, and have the power to protect the dharma, protect the belief system what he or she has. But since Mars is a malefic planet, so it can also symbolize that the person may have some arrogance and ignorance and some quarrelsome relationship with the father or the guru. Means it may happen that the person can be very can quarrel with the parents whenever they talk with them. It may happen. It can show that if Mars is not in a good dignity. Let us talk about the Mercury. Mercury is again a conditional benefic, but if Mercury is coming into the 9th house, again it is a good placement. I will say it is a good placement because Mercury is analytical and logical intelligence, and this is the house of higher intelligence. So here Mercury, what he will do? Mercury will try to know all the religion, all the religious aspects of life, all the religious books. It will go through it. It will take all the knowledges. It will try to visit the religious places. It will try to join with the religious communities. It will take all the knowledge from that, and it will aspect the 3rd house of communication, publishing and writing. And Mercury, since it is the significator of communication, what it will happen? It may happen that such type of person can be a very good religious writers. He or she may publish religious books, because here Mercury can also symbolize a person who is a mathematician, astrologist, or very good in metaphysical studies. That can also be seen through the Mercury over here. One more thing, such person can have a very good attachment with the father and a very good go with the gurus. Let us talk about Jupiter. Jupiter is again the significator of the 9th house, but Jupiter here normally does very good, because here Jupiter is also the planet of higher wisdom, higher intelligence and spirituality. So what will happen? Such type of person will have interest in all the religions and religious activities. It will try to know everything regarding the religious activities, and such type of person may have the belief system will be set up by the guru. Means whatever the guru will say him or her, that will make the base of the belief system of the person. But since Jupiter is the significator of the 9th house, so what will happen? If the belief system which guru has given to the native, if that is not perfect, then what will happen? Such type of person will follow the same belief system throughout his life, because here guru will destroy the signification by this way. Otherwise, such type of persons are normally very knowledgeable in nature, because it will aspect the lagna, the 1st house, through its 5th aspect. So such type of person are normally very wise, very intelligent, very knowledgeable. Such type of person can be can itself a preceptor or guru or a lecturer, or can have a very high position in a spiritual community. That can also be seen through the guru in the 9th house. Let us talk about Venus. Venus in the 9th house is a very good placement, because Venus is love, pleasure, luxury, comfort. It simply means the person is getting the love, happiness and pleasure when he or she is attached with the religious and the religious activities, religions and the religious activities and customs. Such person feel very peaceful and happy when he or she is with the studies, with the higher education. Means such type of person will be very happy to take on the postgraduate education, to study more further in their life. It can also signify that Venus is representative of the spouse, and the significator of spouse Venus is sitting in the 9th house of religion and spirituality. It means the spouse is spiritually attached with the native. It is a very good placement, I would say. Let us talk about Saturn. Saturn is restriction, Saturn is delay, Saturn is the law abiding force. Saturn is that particular planet who will give you the result after testing you. So what will happen here? Such type of person will get the higher education, will get the religious information, and that will follow the religion, will follow the religious customs and rituals, will have higher intelligence, higher belief system, which time Saturn will test him. Saturn will give it with delay, but Saturn will definitely give him. But the such type of person will have to pay a lot, will work hard a lot, then he will see or will get it. Because Saturn is sitting there, that means Saturn is telling that if I am here, that means I will put you in such type of situations in your life and you have to overcome it. Then only you can get it. But since Saturn is the planet for justice, such type of persons are normally very ethical in nature. They will try to follow their path of life in a very dharmic principles, in a very righteous path. That can be seen through the Saturn. And since Saturn is very far away from the Sun in the solar system, and Sun is the significator of father, and so what will happen here, it can show that the person may have a very distant relationship with the father. It may have, means good or bad, that is a different thing, but a distant relationship with the father, that can be seen through the Saturn in the 9th house. Let us talk about Rahu. Rahu is obsession. Rahu believes in breaking the rules. So when Rahu comes in the Dharma Trikon, basically it does not follow the Dharma. It tries to make up something else for its own. Means it is the such type of native are, means they will not follow the teachings of their father and guru. Basically, they may have much more interest in the religious activities or rituals of the foreign lands. They will try to make up something of their own. They will not believe in the teachings of their guru and father. They will not basically follow it. It can also show that Rahu is a smoky planet. It can also show that such type of person can run through the gurus who are actually not guru. It may be that such particular person can be a fake guru, and because Rahu is in the 9th house, so he or she will be going through that such type of guru who is not a real guru, he is a fake guru, because Rahu is a smoky planet. Otherwise, since Rahu is the obsession, Rahu will try to know each and everything of the 9th house, but of its own. It can also symbolize the person can have long journeys to the foreign lands, try to know the other cultures, try to have the belief system from the foreign lands. That can be seen through the Rahu in the 9th house. Because if Rahu is strong over here, then it can show the person will take up some other religion and can follow the spiritual and religious paths of some other religion. Means it will follow the customs and rituals of some other religion or some other spiritual communities which is not in the norms of the society. That can be seen through the Rahu in the 9th house. Let us talk about Ketu in the 9th house. See, Ketu in the 9th house can simply, it can show that means in the previous birth that person has gone through each and every aspect of the 9th house. That is the reason now Ketu is sitting here, and now Ketu will compel the native to not go towards the aspects of the 9th house. It will try to basically isolate and seclude the native away from the significations of the 9th house. Such person may have a strong interest towards the significations of the 9th house, towards religion, religious activities, but they ownself will not take up those principles. They may be very interested in dharma, but they will not follow that particular dharma, because Ketu is basically the planet of spirituality. Ketu has nothing to do with religion and religious aspects, because Ketu does not have that head, it does not have that higher intelligence. It will make up do some stupid things, and later on it will make you understand that what mistake you have done. So it may happen that such persons can go towards a long journey to find the isolation, to find the seclusion, and that is the Ketu's way to give you the spirituality. Because originally the 9th house Sagittarius, Ketu gets exalted in the sign of Sagittarius. So it is a very good placement for Ketu, but such person will normally stay away from the guru and the father. In case of Rahu, what happens? Such person will not follow the teachings of guru and father. But in case of Ketu, the person will be simply secluded, simply get detached from father or the guru. It will simply keep it away. So that is Ketu. So these are the 9 planets and how they work in the ninth house. So every of the planets will give the different flavor to the ninth house. Basically, if I will talk, then I can say one thing, that it may happen that our luck and fortune, sometimes it may happen that our luck and fortunes are not working in a proper way. We may feel that we are not lucky, just like our somebody else, like our neighbor or our friends, that my friend has got such thing, he or she is very lucky. I am not like that. It is not like that. See, basically, God is there to bless us. So how we are taking that blessings, that can be seen through the ninth house. It may that we are feeling that we are not fortunate, but whatever God gives us, it is for the benefit of our life. So whatever we get in our life, if we try to feel fortunate about that, a time will come when, because it may happen that it is the testing phase, and if the testing phase we perform in a very good manner, a time will come when God will really bless us, and that is the time when the ninth house gets activated. Because if the ninth house gets activated, whatever work we do, in a very less effort, we get the benefits. It may be wealth, it may be fame, name, everything. But that can be seen through the, that how much blessings and fortunate are we. That is the reason following the path of dharma is a very important part, and it is not so easy part I am talking about. If you follow the path of dharma, you will be facing the stones and thrones every step. It is the most difficult part of the life. That is the reason people normally take the shortcut. And when we take the shortcut, it may happen that we get the result in a very quick manner, but it does not stays. It does not stays for the eternity. Because when we talk about the blessings of God, it does not end in one day. When the individual takes the birth, it brings some blessings of God right from the birth towards the liberation of the soul. So when we do some good work, when we do some charity, when we do some dharmic works, religious customs and rituals, we follow the religions, we follow the teachings of our guru and father, what happens? It increases the ninth house characteristics in our soul, within us. So ultimately we get a clear vision that what is correct and what is wrong in our life. It simply takes us away from the dark world of the 8th house, basically I am talking about. Because if you want to protect your 9th house, you have to follow the dharma, you have to follow the correct path, you have to come away from the sins, because 8th house is the sins. That is the reason it is the Dusthana, and it is also a moksha trikon. That is the reason the gain of the 8th house is the 9th house, because 9th house is second from the 8th house. So that can be seen through that. Because ultimately when the 9th house is very strong, our aura will be very strong, and when our aura will be very strong, whatever we do, whatever we say, and whatever we preach, people will follow that, and that will be helpful in the 10th house, that is the second from the 9th house, because that is the gain of the 9th house. And ultimately when we have a good karma, when we have a principled work, ultimately gains comes, because 11th house is again second from the 10th house, and when the gains comes, and if you have a good principle, automatically we will try to save the money. That is the second house. So everything is connected to each other. If we talk about the wealth, if we talk about everything materialistic in our life, then I must say, then 9th house is not the house for you. Although 9th house is also called as the Lakshmi Sthan. The Trikona houses 1, 5, 9 are known as the Lakshmi Sthan. But it is very interesting to note that 9th house has nothing to do with wealth. Because the ultimate, the most precious wealth is the luck, fortune. That is the blessings of God. What blessing we have, what aura we have. Do we have the energy, do we have that light to motivate the people, to influence the people? Because the same thing has with the guru, because our guru can influence us with his or her teaching. So if I will say in one line, follow the dharma, follow the righteous path, and ultimately you will get the blessings of the 9th house, because now your luck and fortune will rise up and you can feel it. So So next time when I come back, I will be coming back with the 10,000 astrology in our this YouTube channel. And if you like this video, press the like button, share the video among your friends so that they can have a clear perception regarding the luck, fortune and the Bhagyastan. There is a 9,000 astrology. And if you have any query or if you want to comment something below in the comment box, you can type it so that I can know about your views and opinions. And subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed up till now. Till then, take care. Bye bye.